اللهم إنا نجعلك في نحور أعدائنا ونعوذ بك من شرورهم. اللهم بدد شملهم وفرق جمعهم وشتت كلماتهم وزلزل أقدامهم وسلط عليهم كلبا من كلابك يا قهار يا جبار يا منتقم يا الله يا الله يا الله. اللهم يا منزل الكتاب يا مجري السحاب يا هازم الأحزاب اهزمهم 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 وانصرنا عليهم.
Testing 1 2 3 sound check 1 2 3. Well, I think there should be some sound because my avatar is quivering. All right, so yes, so assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome to yet another live Q&A session with, well, who else but your favorite Muslim apologist, and I'm your host MENJ. I'm sorry, by the way. First of all, I would like to apologize. Okay, excuse the pun for starting the stream a bit late because I was supposed to have begun it at around 8:15 a.m. Malaysian time, but it's now 11:27 a.m. That means it has been about 8, 9, 9, 10, about 3 hours since I was supposed to start it, but I had some issues to take care of, and I don't think I will be able to run the stream for more than half an hour today. And there's nobody watching this live stream now, and I suppose there will be people who will join the live stream, but honestly, I don't think I can run the live stream for more than 1 hour, even if people do join, because I have some other urgent matters to take care of. But since I've already queued this live stream Q&A since for the past 2 weeks, so it would be how would I put it? It would be it would be dishonorable of me if I were to cancel it or postpone it. So I decided to just go ahead with it. Anyways, like I said, I probably would not be able to run the full stream as I would hope because of certain extenuating circumstances. Let me switch on the camera. Let's see whether my camera works. And yes, it does. Yeah. And hola. I'm pretty sure some of you might be shocked to see me like this, but hey, that's my new look. I've gone with the chrome dome look, man. Okay, I think this is the first time I've gone with a chrome dome look since the last time we have gone. I've gone online. All right. Mm-hmm. Nobody's watching this live stream. Not surprised. But I'll probably do some some reaction videos or something reactionary. I mean, I don't mind if nobody comes on at all. I'll probably do a reaction video to one or two things that has been going on the internet, sorry, on YouTube especially, and then we probably can wrap this up earlier than expected. All right. But of course, as usual, before I continue with my live stream with this show, cue in intro. And we are back again. Thank you very much for those who are watching this show. which by the way is at 0. Okay, yeah, I think I fixed the camera a bit. Oh my god, my bed is a total mess. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that. Oh my god, my background seems to have gotten a bit worse now. But hey, I mean, that's, I guess that you could say that is a work in progress. Okay, so yeah, if anyone wants to come on, you can message me. Otherwise, I'll just do something reactionary, and I'll just publish a reaction video, or I will basically, what I will do is I will put up a YouTube video and I will react to it, and then we'll just call it a day. All right. Let me see now. Okay, I'm actually reading some. I have some stuff here which I've been reading, but it's nothing whatsoever to do with apologetics. Um, Let me see if I can find anything. Let's see now. Okay, I think on my YouTube feed especially, there has been some reaction or some news about Saudi jailing people, or warning people um, for making dua or supplications for Gaza, or wearing anything resembling the Palestinian flag or symbols. I think that's quite a development, because previously I mean, it shouldn't be a problem for anyone to even wear the kafia. Okay, but apparently someone was even held up by the Saudi police for several hours simply because he was wearing the Palestinian kafia, the black checkered, the white and black checkered cloth that Palestinians usually wear as a symbol of their resistance. Okay, so and it's synonymous with Palestine. I actually should have worn one myself for the show, but my kefia is still on its way. I ordered one, I think, 2 days ago. It has not arrived yet. But anyways, yeah. So I think it's a worrying development to me, because Makkah or Saudi, especially. I mean, basically the two holy places, Makkah and Medina, should be a place where a Muslim could, especially a Muslim, could express their solidarity with what's currently happening in Gaza. Okay, at the time of this, recording right now, as at our live stream now, I found that at least 11,000 people have been killed. Okay, with this recent incursion from, or I would say, this recent assault or genocide from the illegal state which calls itself Israel. Okay, 11,000 people, by the way, and a good majority of that number are children. Okay, so nobody cares about your 40 beheaded fictional babies. Okay, people only care about, I think people should be more concerned about the real children, the real life children who were once alive in Gaza, who have now been killed by Israel's brutal and insidious assault on the Gaza Strip. Okay, the largest open air prison in the world. Okay, I mean, this is pretty much well known by anyone who follows the conflict right from the very beginning. I'm actually amazed that Americans do not know about Gaza until the recent, the October 7th. Do you condemn hummus? Do you condemn hummus? Of course, I would not condemn hummus. I love hummus. Oh, I think we have a brother who's online at the moment. So, Walaikum salam warahmatullah. I think you are my first and only viewer for this live stream. Okay. Um, as I mentioned earlier on in live stream, I might not be able to run the live stream for more than 1 hour, or maybe I'll even try to even I think I might have to even end it a bit earlier because I have some errands or some extenuating circumstance that I need to take care of. Okay. Okay, so I'm afraid I won't be able to actually do the. I mean, I know it says live Q&A, and I actually planned for this since 2 weeks ago, but unfortunately, I think I won't be able to make that today, make it today. But I've gone online anyways because I promised the audience that there will be a live stream. So regardless whether it's a live Q&A or not, you get to see me live, right? That's the whole point of a live stream. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're still on the topic of Gaza. Okay, so it's very unfortunate what has happened. I really I mean, if you ask me personally, it's not food or water or mattresses or diapers or clothing that Palestinians need at the moment. What Palestinians actually need now are weapons to repel the invaders. Okay, what Palestinians need, or what the Gazans need right now, are actually an army. They need an army. They need a Muslim army to come and defend them from the assault by this illegal Zionist entity. Okay, this colonizing settler colonialist Europeans. Okay, I mean, just take a look at the government in Israel. Okay, from the president right up until the cabinet ministers, and even some of the Knesset members. Okay, I mean, a good majority of the Knesset members, they are all from Europe, man. Okay, like for example, the current president of Israel, I think his name's Isaac Herzog. He's from Poland. Okay, he's from Poland. Benjamin Shaitanyahu. He's from Poland as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Ben Gvir, the right wing security minister, national security minister, who was once involved in a terrorist organization, by the way, Kash. Okay, this guy was from Iraq. This guy is from Iraq. Okay, and then his partner Ben Smordrich or something like that. I think he's from Romania, if I'm not mistaken. So these are just the few characters who are currently in control of the wartime cabinet, who are making the decisions in conducting the current assault on the helpless Gaza Strip. Okay, I really wish that Hamas have tanks and a proper army and tanks and weaponry and sophisticated assets, military assets to counter the Zionist entity. Because if they did, I think Israel will shit in their pants. Okay, if the Palestinians, and I'm not just talking about Hamas, I'm not talking about Hamas alone. I'm talking about Palestinians in general, the Palestinian Authority especially. If they have actual military strength with a properly equipped army, with military assets, with planes, with fighter jets and tanks and artillery, I think they can give Israel a run for their money. Okay, I think Israel won't find it easy to defeat the Palestinian people, the Palestinians especially. And I believe that the Palestinian state can exist from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. All right. So the only reason why Israel right now, why this illegal state, this illegal entity in Tel Aviv is able to brutally assault the people of Gaza is because, okay, Palestinians do not have any weapons. Okay, Palestinians do not have weapons. Okay, I'm not sure what is. I don't claim to be a spokesman for Hummus. Okay, so I don't know what their military strategy is, but I really hope that they damn well have a good idea on how to deal with the current, Israeli assault. Because I'm pretty sure that when they planned October 7th, they already knew that Israel, the illegal entity called Israel, and I don't recognize the right of Israel to exist, by the way. This illegal entity called the Tel Aviv regime, I'm pretty sure the Hummus would have known that, this illegal entity will go at them with everything that they've got. So I really do hope that Hummus knows what they are doing. Okay, because so far, from what I can tell, I mean the death and destruction has been horrific, horrendous. Okay, I mean, honestly, I by the way, I do have some interest in military history, so I do have books on. I don't read World War One. I read books more. I read more on the military history of World War Two and some medieval military history, some Roman military history as well. Okay, I have some interest in this. So what I've seen so far, okay, on with regards to the military, on the military aspect, is I would say one of the most brutal ever in the history of military, of all the military histories. In fact, I would dare say that Israel, this illegal Tel Aviv regime, is behaving exactly as how the Germans did when they overran Poland during the first stage of World War II, and when they came onto France and the other European countries. Okay, when they were when especially during the Blitz on London. Yeah, when German airplanes, Nazi Germany airplanes were bombing the crap out of London. Okay, during the Blitz in World War II, right? So this is similar to what is happening now in Gaza. Okay, so it's ironic, but this illegal regime, this Zionist entity, is actually copying the military strategies of Nazi Germany. Okay, whatever that you see Israel doing now in terms of military strategy was exactly as how Hitler did. Okay, during World War II, I can see parallels there. Okay, so Israel is claimed to be the safe haven for Jews all over the world to escape the Holocaust. Oh, we hate Nazis, blah blah blah. We are against anti-Semitism. But why are you claim to be the oppressed, but why are you now turning into the oppressor? Because Zionist Israel is no different from Nazi Germany. Okay, in fact, I would dare say that Israel today is Nazi Germany. Okay, the behavior of Israel today is exactly like Nazi Germany, and they definitely learn a thing or two from Nazi Germany, because what they are doing now to the Palestinians is how exactly Adolf Hitler did to the German Jews and to basically to European Jewry. Okay, when Nazi Germany, was on their campaign during World War II. Okay, so it's I know it's horrific, it's horrendous, it's brutal, I mean it's a war after all, but still it's something that could be avoided if if Israel if this illegal entity called Israel actually respects international law, and they don't. Okay, they don't. In fact, I believe that many times that who was that fat schmuck, Ben Gvir, he many times he said that they would not obey international law. Okay. In fact, I think I responded to him. He was there was this one clip. I'm going to relate something funny. There was this one clip I saw last night. He he posted on Twitter. I think he was a Hamas prisoner of war that he captured. I'm probably during the October 7th raid. I'm not really sure. So how they torture their captives is that they put them into separate rooms, and they play their stupid national anthem, the Haktiva. I don't remember the name. By the way, their national anthem is not even Jewish. It's the lyrics were written by a Ukrainian poet, and the music was arranged. I believe it was composed by a Romanian composer. So there you go. How European can you be? So yeah, I replied to that tweet. I replied to it. Of course, I insulted the fat Shamak Ben Gvir on Twitter, on X. My question was, what is that horrendous Ukrainian song that you played, you fat Shamak? Word for word. I have no qualms being insulting, being belligerent on Twitter. By the way, I don't think. I hope that Elon Musk won't ban me for that, for calling out that fat bastard Ben Gvir. By the way, okay. So I was because the in that video they were playing the Haktiva, the Israeli national anthem. So what I was alluding to is that the song is European. So that is why I said, what is that horrendous Ukrainian song? Okay. And I think recently there was this guy, he's probably Israeli, I don't know. He made a comment in one of my videos, I think, in one of my YouTube videos. He wrote in Hebrew. Obviously, there's a translator, so I know what the guy was saying. But I replied to the fella saying that I don't read Yiddish. I don't read Yiddish. Okay, so that is also an insult to him, because I'm alluding to his European roots. So you have to keep in mind that this illegal entity called Israel is European in nature. Okay, they don't have a culture, they don't have their own foods, they don't have their own music, they don't have their own dress. They don't even have their own language. Their language is a recreation. If you look at the history of Hebrew, Israeli Hebrew, it's totally different from biblical Hebrew. Okay, so the biblical Hebrew that scholars read, that scholars study, is a dead language. Okay, the letters may be the same, the alphabets may be the same. Okay, but the words are different, and the pronunciation is different. Okay, so Israel does not have a culture. They do not have a language. They do not have a dress. They do not have foods. Okay, they don't even have a dance. Do you even know what the official Israeli or Jewish dance is for Israel? Okay, do you even? I mean, I know that they claim that the Dabke is theirs. They consider the Dabke to be their national dance, but the Dabke is from the Levant. You can find the Dabke in Syria, you can find the Dabke in Jordan, you can find the Dabke in Lebanon, and you can find the Dabke in Palestine, in the Palestinian community. But Israel themselves do not have the Dabke. They took the Dabke, the Palestinian version of the Dabke, and they claim it as their own. Okay, so they call it Israeli. So these little European colonialist settlers, they don't have their own culture. Okay, they don't exist on the map. Okay, until 1948. In fact, I mean, this is a historical fact. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments. Oh, by the way, I apologize in advance, but I might not be able to do the live Q&A. I might not be able to bring you on to the platform because I have something on. Okay, I might have to end the stream at around 12 p.m. Malaysian time, because that would be about, or maybe earlier. Okay, I don't know. Hopefully not. It's going to be about 10 minutes away anyway. So I'm going to have to make this. Unfortunately, I have to make this live stream a bit short. Okay, because I have some other things to do. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to read some of the comments, right? Oh, Brian is here. Look at Russia versus Ukraine with US backing. Nothing would change. I'm for Putin. I can tell you that. I'm for Putin. I want Putin to win and take over Ukraine. Yeah, I've said it. The Palestinians have tunnels, so it's kind of a Vietnam situation. So they can be, yes, inshallah, I hope so. But you have to keep in mind that the Vietnamese they were fighting in a jungle, right? So it was not really, it's not urban warfare as how as what is currently is in Gaza. So I think it's going to be a bit tricky for I don't know, maybe Hummus knows what they're doing. Okay, I don't claim to be a military strategist, even though I've read military history. So maybe they know what they're doing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Hummus have taken out several tanks and they have killed several Israeli soldiers who entered the strip, the Gaza Strip. So I just hope that they know that they continue what they're doing, and put the fear of God in this shaitan, in this Israeli devils. All right. Brother HK is here. Walaikum salam warahmatullah, brother. Yes. Good to see you here. Right. School got bombed in Gaza. Yes, it's unfortunate. In fact, I'm actually looking at let me play this. Let me share the news. I'm actually looking at Al Jazeera right now. Okay, look at it. Right, it's horrible, isn't it? Oh my God, it's really horrible. I mean, there you go. Schools. Wait, let me see if I can make it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is good enough. As you can see, Israel attacks schools. Yeah. As WHO calls Al-Shifa Hospital a death zone. Will you believe it? A hospital is now a death zone. Usually, hospitals are a place of safety, of health, and of well-being, of wellness, basically to cure you of illnesses. But now Al Shifa Hospital has now become a death zone. No thanks to Israel. Okay, no thanks to this illegal entity called Israel. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this page and you can actually see what's going on. Okay. Okay, let me get rid of the ad. Dev zone, and you can see all this. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, right now Netanyahu is getting a lot of flack from Israelis themselves. I think after the war, Netanyahu is going to find that he will be out of a job. He will not be the prime minister very soon. I've come across one of the tabs here that I have here, which I can't find, which says that his popularity rating right now is at 4%. 4%. Will you believe it? So I think he's going to find himself in a lot of hot soup once the war ends. The only reason why he's still keeping his job is because of the current conflict, okay, of the current war. I wouldn't even call it a war, actually. I would call it a genocide. Yeah, the current genocide that he's currently conducting against Palestinians. All right. Okay, let me see if I can adjust this. Okay. Yeah, I think this is better. Right. Hebrew is basically Yiddish. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, the Israelite Hebrew, or Israeli Hebrew, that they call it modern Hebrew, but actually, honestly, the modern Hebrew that they have now is totally unrelated to biblical Hebrew. So it's not. I wouldn't consider it to be modern Hebrew. It's not the same way as the Arabic Fusha or the classical Arabic is to modern Arabic. Okay, to Fusha Arabic. Okay. Because if you look at just compare side by side modern Hebrew with modern Hebrew with biblical Hebrew, and modern Arabic with Quranic Arabic, you will find that the relationship are the same. Okay, because modern Hebrew, even if you understand modern Hebrew, it doesn't mean that you can read biblical Hebrew. Okay, and even if you understand biblical Hebrew, it doesn't mean that you can read modern Hebrew. Okay, even though the alphabets and the characters may look the same. Okay, but for Arabic, however, modern Arabic, if you understand modern Arabic, you can most definitely understand at least 80% of the Quran. I would say 70 to 80% of the Quran, because about 20% are not in use anymore. Okay, in the words, some of the vocabulary are considered a bit archaic, but it's still understandable if you read up. It's basically like Shakespeare. Okay, so if you read modern English and Shakespeare, I'm pretty sure there will be some words in Shakespearean English which you will find a bit odd, and maybe you'll find difficult to understand, unless if you have read, or you have a wide knowledge of the English vocabulary. Okay, so it's the same thing with modern Arabic, Fusha Arabic, with classical Arabic or Quranic Arabic. Okay, so by understanding modern Arabic, you can read the Quran. At least 80 to 90% of the Quran you can understand. Okay, of course the percentage increases if you have more understanding of Arabic in general. Okay, whereas if you understand, even if you understand modern Hebrew, there's no guarantee that you can read or you can understand biblical Hebrew. Probably about 50% or 60%. Okay, maybe even less, because modern Hebrew is totally unrelated to classical Hebrew. Okay, so this is the difference between these two languages, the classical and the modern versions. Okay, so I wouldn't consider modern Hebrew or Israel Hebrew, as spoken in Israel today, to be related to biblical Hebrew. Okay. Okay. I wish Muslims would invent a social media platform similar to Twitter. Unfortunately, I don't think. The reason why we don't have this is because I don't think that we don't have the skills to do this. I think we do. We do have the skills. We have the coders. We have the brains. We have the movers to do this. The question is whether Muslims find it worthwhile to do it. That's the thing. Or do they have ideas on how to to monetize it? Because if you want to create a social media platform like Twitter or like Facebook or like Instagram, etc., you need to have a monetization plan. And if you can't figure out on how to monetize it, I mean, you can replicate something similar to it. Okay, but the thing is, what will happen after you have replicated something similar to it? Let's say you have 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 users on this new platform. What next? Because servers cost money, domains cost money. Okay, to maintain a server isn't cheap. I can tell you that, because I run a server myself. So I have a VPS server which I spend about 100 bucks, 100 USD per month. That's a lot of money, by the way, in Malaysian ringgit. So it's not cheap for me, but I do it anyway because for a lot of reasons. So it's not easy to develop something similar to Twitter, because it's not because of the technical expertise. It's more of the running costs involved, and also what happens next. Okay, I mean, if I have the money, someone can just give me 1,000. Sorry, not 1,000. Maybe 100,000 or 200,000 USD, and say, hey, look, you use this money, get the best brains the best Muslim brains, the best programmers, the best server that you can afford with this money, and make a clone of Twitter or make a clone of X, for example. I can easily do that. I can easily get that money. Let's say if I have 200,000 USD, I hire several people whom I know are good coders, and they can, they can probably code something in Node.js or React, okay, with a proper framework. Maybe it can be a total copy of X, okay, in Node.js, because Node.js is loads faster, or maybe in Python. I don't know, I'm not sure, but it can be in any of those languages. And then I can set up something like that within a month or two. Okay. But the question now then is, what happens next? Okay. Because once we have, let's say after 2 months, I've managed to get this new platform up. Okay. Let's call it M. Okay. M.com, for example, Muslim M. So if I bring this hypothetical M online, what's next? Okay. So let's say I managed to bring in people. Let's say 2,000 people are coming onto M to tweet, to use the social media, etc. I still need to spend money for promotions, advertising, maintenance of the server, to ensure that it always stays up and that it never goes down. The reliability of the server uptime. I need to ensure that the codes are always updated and fixed. If there are any bugs or any issues with the reply thread, or if something quirky happens, how is my my programming team going to deal with it? So all these issues comes into play, and then how does that justify with the cost that I spend in order to ensure that things work? Okay, it's not easy. Okay, it's not as easy as simply, okay, I make a clone of Twitter. Pop, all right, I have a Twitter clone. That's it. Okay, so I'm in the industry, so I know very well what's involved. So it's not easy to create a clone, a Twitter clone, and then you expect people to use it, and then that's it. No, it doesn't work that way. All right. So you need to bring in people, you need to bring advertisements, right? You need to bring big companies to support you. You need to bring in sponsorship. So how are you going to achieve that with just 100,000 or 200,000 USD? You need to come up with funding in order to continuously maintain this. Okay, right? So, but then again, people will ask, what's so special about your M platform compared to Twitter? What distinguishes it from Twitter? Why would anyone want to use M? I'm just giving an example, right? Why would anyone want to use M when I could just use X, right? So yeah, so these are the questions that that I think would make Muslims especially think twice. I'm pretty sure there are smarter Muslims than me out there who have thought of the idea. So these are questions which will make Muslims think twice before inventing or recreating another social platform like Twitter, okay, or Facebook or Instagram, etc. Because honestly, there's no reason why anyone should reinvent the wheel. Okay, I mean, unfortunately, yes, we know that it's run by by those people, but you have to think about cost. We can't just build something based on sentiment. I mean, the economy, the internet is run by dollars and cents. It's not free. Okay, I mean, the usage from a user perspective, everything is free, but the websites that you see, the servers that run the internet, that keep the internet running, the cost involved, the programming, the man hours involved in maintaining the platform to keep everything in order, that's not free. Okay, so that's the reason why I think anyone, not just Muslims, but anyone would think twice before setting up a social media platform. It's also the reason why I have not set up one until today, right? Even though I know I have the capability to do it if I so choose to, because I know very well what's involved. Okay, it's just that money is an issue, dedication, the programming skills, the development time. Do I really want to get into this? Honestly, nah. I wouldn't. I honestly don't think I would want to do that. Right. I'd rather just continue with my current projects, which are a bit more scalable and much more cost effective. Right. Okay, I think I've gone on a rant quite a lot. Sorry for that very long-winded answer, but that's basically my take on it, right? They stole Palestinian culture. Yep. Yes, they did. Definitely. Brother Mamluk, it's a shame that they respect Yaqub as by having his name. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you know that the Ashkenazim or the European Jews who are now colonizing Palestine, they don't have any connection by blood or by DNA to Banu Israel. Okay, they just use his name, yes, but they don't have any connection at all to the Israel, to Banu Israel. Okay, because these people were actually Hazarians. Okay, they were Hazarian Turkish of Turkic. It's a Turkic clan. Okay, from called Hazar, from a region called Hazaria, who converted to a clan which converted to Judaism, I believe in the 8th or 9th century. Okay, and they had an empire called Hazaria. And then when this empire ended, the peoples in Hazaria, they scattered and they moved around. They basically they migrated to Europe, Europe, and that is where the Ashkenazim were originate. Okay, so no, I don't consider them to be the especially the Ashkenazi Jews running Israel right now. I don't consider them to be Banu Israel. They are not Banu Israel. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Meta is owned by you know who. Yep. Yep. I know who owns it. Google Meta is owned by them. Yep. I know what you mean, brother. I very well know what you mean. Yeah. Brian, have you seen what runs Google? The server is the size of. Yep, I know. I know. I know. Hmm, I know. They're going to shut down the stream. You start talking about the Hazars. I wish they can try. They can try. I'm actually looking into this theory again. Okay. It's something that I've been putting off for quite a while. Okay. Actually, I've known about I've known about the origins of the Ashkenazim being from Hazar or from Hazaria. Okay, and that they are not Banu Israel. Okay. It's just that I've read I think I have read Shlomo Sen's the invention of the Jewish people, as well as Otto Kostler's the 13th tribe. Okay, you read those two books. Those two books are revolutionary. Okay, I mean they have been around for some time, but they have not been popularized, or they have not gone into mainstream discourse because um, especially for Otto Kostler's book, especially for Otto Kostler's book, I believe he mentioned something about he mentioned something about the Hazars actually coming. Sorry, the Ashkenazi being actually Hazarians. Okay, I think he was the first proponent of the idea. Actually, I mean, he took the idea from someone else, obviously, but he was the one who made it. Who actually wrote it in English? Okay, because the first person to write about it was some. I think it was a psychologist from Poland or Romania. I don't remember. He wrote it in obviously he wrote it in Romanian or Polish. I don't remember exactly. And nobody translated that work until Otto Kostler came along, and 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 wrote his book called The 13th Tribe. And I'm looking into it. I'm looking into this theory again. I'm going to reassess the validity, and I'm going to also look into Shlomo Sen. Shlomo Sen, by the way, is an Israeli scholar. He has more, obviously, he has more scholarly credentials than Otto Kostler. Okay, so I think this is something that I should look into. And not only these two, there's many other people who have started to discuss the idea, the theory, or the evidence that that the Ashkenazi Jews or the European Jewry, originate from the Hazaria or from the Hazars. Okay. Brother Mamlu, I heard it from Crusader Kings. Off topic, but it's a fun game. Yep. Oh, it's funny you should mention Crusader Kings. I'm actually playing the game. I'm actually playing Crusader Kings. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. Okay. If you don't believe me, you can see this. Hang on. Let me see if I can share the screen. No, I can't share screen. Yeah, I can. Oh, I can share screen. I can share screen. There you go. Oh, oops! I think I just shared my gaming screen. Oops. Okay. There you go. Look at that. Warhammer 3. See? That's my game. Yeah. No, sorry, not Warhammer. Crusader Kings. There you go. Haha. Okay. Yeah, this is my favorite game at the moment. But I haven't played the game since. Yeah, you can see there. March. I haven't played the game since March 30th because I've been so busy with so many things. I'm actually planning to get some of the DLCs, but not at this time. Okay. All right. Okay. I feel so dumb playing. It's so complicated. Yeah, it is a bit complicated because it involves a lot of planning and strategy. But I love the game. I really love the game. The game is fun. It's a nice game. Yeah. Nice screen name. You like Kotor? Yes, of course. Of course I do. No, actually the screen name that I use is not related to Kotor. It's from if you look at the history of it's before Disney bought it, of course. Before Disney bought the whole franchise, the name Exacun was actually the name Exacun itself actually came from a from a Jedi. He was a former Jedi. Basically, it's from a comic book from a Star Wars comic book series during the Old Republic era. Okay, and this person Exacun, he was once a Jedi who became Sith. So I like the character, so that is why I took the name Exacun. Okay, I just added Lord for the fun of it because after he became Sith, he became Lord Exacun, right? So okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this Israeli guy. Israel belongs to the Jews. Nope, it doesn't. Do you condemn Palestine? No, I condemn Israel. I fully condemn and deny the right of Israel to exist. How will you like that? You can get this armor in Kotor. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I haven't played Kotor in a very long time. Okay, I haven't played the game in a very long time, so I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could get Exacun's armor in Kotor. Okay. Actually, when I say Exacun, I actually meant this guy. Okay, let's go sidetrack. Let's sidetrack a bit before I end the stream. Anyways, okay, this is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy I named myself after. Okay, yeah, it's considered Legends now, but back then it was before Disney bought it. It wasn't Legends. Legends. Okay, so Disney has categorized it as Legends. Okay, meaning anything that came before Disney is considered to be apocryphal and not canon anymore. Okay, so this is the guy, Ezra Kun. Yeah, so this is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy. Oops, what's with all these ads? Yep. So Ezra Kun, right? Can I close this? No, I can't. Okay. Nah, so this is the guy. Yeah. So this is the guy, Ezra Kun. Yeah. So I named myself after him. Yeah. Yeah. He's actually the first person to wield a double-bladed lightsaber. Okay, before Darth Maul. So yeah, before Darth Maul popularized it with the Phantom Menace, Ezra Kun had already built himself a double lightsaber. Okay, double-bladed lightsaber. Okay, this was his look when he was a Jedi. Okay, so and then when he turned evil, he changed his look, obviously. Okay, I think this one. Yeah, I think this is when he became evil. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it lah. So that's the reason why I that is why I uh, that's why I decided to take up the name. Yeah, so wow, the live stream has been going on for about 51 minutes. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to bring people on, but I really have to go soon. So but before I do, I think that this Israeli pest that I need to deal with. Yes, I love hummus. What's your problem? Okay, I'm going to destroy Israeli myth here. Israel has the right to exist as they were given the land by the UN fair and square. Seems to me that it's just about Jewish hate for you since you don't care about the atrocities in Iran, Syria, and Libya. Okay, first of all, I don't give a shit about what happens in Iran, Syria, and Libya because at the moment these countries are all sovereign states, and there's nothing of concern to me to care about. Okay, so I don't care at all, especially Iran. I don't give a fuck about Iran. Okay, right. And then secondly, Jewish hate. I think the hate was brought upon themselves by the Zionists. By the way, there is a distinction between Jews and Zionists. Okay, I hate Zionists, but I don't hate the Jews. Okay, I mean, there are Jews, there are people who call themselves Jews whom I have deep respect for. For example, people like Noam Chomsky. Okay, people like Norman Finkelstein. Okay, he has spoken a lot outright against the excesses that Israel, this illegal state entity called Israel, has done. Okay, towards Palestinians in general. Okay, so there are many Jews whom there's this rabbi I forgot his name. I think he's with Nutere Kata. So I have respect for Nutere Kata as well. There are so many Jews who show their love and support for the Palestinians. Okay, in fact, I believe several weeks ago there was a demonstration by Jews, by the way, Jews, all right, in front of the White House. Okay, they protested openly against the incursion by Israel, and they basically they were calling for a ceasefire to be implemented in Gaza. Okay, by Jews, by the way. All right. So I don't have anything against Jews, but I do have a problem with Zionists and Zionism in general, and I do believe that Zionism should be dismantled. Now to your final point, Israel has the right to exist as they were given land by the UN. First of all, who the fuck gave the UN the right to give land to this illegal settler colonialist entity called Israel? Okay, without consultation with the natives who are the Palestinians. Okay, if you look into the history, it wasn't the UN who gave the land, by the way. It was the Peel Commission, it was Balfour, it was the Sykes-Picot Agreement, it was the British who made a unilateral decision to create a Jewish homeland on land stolen from Palestinians. Okay? So Israel has no right to exist. Israel must be destroyed. Israel must be dismantled and its foundations demolished and destroyed. and be perished from history. So this is something I truly believe in. I don't recognize the right of Israel to exist. I deny and denounce the right of Israel to exist. Okay, I think I should make that very clear to anyone who questions my, my position. Okay, if you're still asking questions about what my position is, then I think you haven't heard me loud and clear. Okay, so I think I'm going to say it again. I denounce and deny the right of Israel to exist, and I don't give a fuck about who gives the land to them, because the original inhabitants, the Palestinians, were not consulted about this decision. Okay, only the Palestinians have the right to exist on the land called Palestine. 1948 borders. Okay, 1948 borders. I no longer believe in a two-state solution. Okay, I honestly, I do not think that a two-state solution is viable anymore. It's either going to be well, unfortunately, it's either going to be the existence of the Zionist entity, or it's going to be the existence of a Palestinian state from the river to the sea, with Jerusalem, with Al-Quds as the eternal capital of Palestine, fully Arab, fully embracing its Arab history. No Jews, no Zionists allowed on this land, from the river to the sea. Of course, Jews are most welcome to remain in Palestine if they so, uh, openly, proclaim their loyalty to this Palestinian entity, to this Palestine state. But there will be no Israel. There will be no Tel Aviv. There will definitely be no Star of David flying from this land called Palestine. Okay, so I denounce and deny the right of Israel to exist, and I reaffirm that from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. I think my position is very clear, isn't it? Oh, Brother Sini is here. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brother. Which Jews are against Israel? Are you kidding me? Are you seriously trying to kid me? Okay, I'm going to play the video. Okay, let me see if I can find Jews protesting. Protest. Yeah, I think I can find this. I can find it within. I mean, come on, I can find this within let me see now. Let me see if I can find this here. I can find it within yeah, this is the Jewish protesters in not the one in the White House, but the one in Grand Central New York. See if I can, see if I can play this. All right. Um so yeah, there you go, Jews. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can see a lot of Jews who are against Israel's so here's to answer your question. All right. So which Jews are against Israel? Many. There are many Jews against Israel right now. Okay. Many peace-loving Jews who are not Zionists, who realize that what Israel is doing, this illegal entity called Israel is doing, is wrong. Okay. So there you go.
Waving Palestinian
There.
flags,
Go ahead.
black
Watch it.
t-shirts,
Enjoy it.
shouting a number
They're
of
all
slogans
Jews. They are not
saying,
Muslims.
"Let Gaza live." The protests, organized by the group Jewish Voice for Peace, brought together
There you
Jewish
go.
New Yorkers and supporters of Palestine.
Nobody's safety can come at the expense of another people's safety. Right now, we're seeing that the fate of Palestinians and Israelis is intertwined, because every bomb that drops on Gaza endangers the 2.2 million Palestinians there, as well as the hundreds of Israelis held hostage.
The protests causing disruptions for commuters during
Yeah,
rush
they're not
hour
Muslims, by
as
the way. They are
several
Jews.
entrances were blocked. Janice Fung came all the way from Westchester and had trouble figuring out how to get out of the station.
Supposed to meet up with friends, but now I think they're. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think she's a
they're
Jew
not
though.
in traffic in the city, but like,
But
I guess it's
I
kind of like,
appreciate the
oh,
support.
now where do I meet them? How do I even get out of the area.
Sources say NYPD arrested close to 300 people, possibly more.
Because it's important to show that we can't
There
just
you
let
go.
life go on as usual.
Ceasefire now.
With hundreds,
And there are
thousands,
Muslims
I
as
think there
well.
are thousands here of those Americans saying,
Yes.
yes, we want a ceasefire, and we're showing you that we
Yes.
want it.
The taking away of babies, children's families, the killing of innocent civilians.
Listen to
None of
this.
it is okay, but it's incredibly important to acknowledge that
At least some
this
Americans do have a
Palestinians
conscience.
been
I do
happening for
respect that.
decades, and it must end now.
There you go. Okay, I'm just going to end it here, I think. Yeah. Right. So there you go. How many Jews do you need in order to prove that there are Jews who support the right of Palestine to exist? If you want another Jew, then I think Norman Finkelstein would be the best candidate as well. Wait, let me see if I can find Dr. Finkelstein's. I think he had a video recently which is very interesting. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Yeah, this is something that I watched this morning. So I think I'm going to play this. Let me play this. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Norman Finkelstein is as Jewish as you come. Okay. How Jewish do you want him to be? Okay. He's super Jewish. Yeah, another Jew whom I have a deep respect for.
I don't want to quibble over terminology, but sometimes if the terminology is wrong at the outset, then it confuses things moving forward. I'm not pro-Palestinian. I'm not pro-Israeli. I'm pro-truth, and I'm pro-justice. If the truth is on the Israeli side, I will support Israel. If justice is on the Israeli side, I'll support Israel. And the same thing goes for the Palestinians. I've spent the greater part of my adult life, you can say beginning 1982, so it's more than 4 decades, researching, studying the Israel-Palestine conflict. And it's my conclusion at the end of that research, but already early on, that the case that Israel makes for its crimes are in large part fabrications, misrepresentations, and distortions. And on the other hand, the Palestinian case is very strongly supported by the evidence. And when I speak about evidence, I'm not talking about what Hamas says any more than when I speak about Israel. I care much about what the government says. If you're serious about these sorts of things, the first thing you do is you try to search out sources which have a certain amount of credibility. So when it comes to the Israel-Palestine conflict, let's say the human rights dimension, you look at what respected human rights organizations have to say: Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, the B'Tselem, the main Israeli information center for the occupied territories. You look at what the evidence shows, not based on biased sources or naturally biased sources, but on the available evidence. And I try to be a strict adherent of the 2 principles of truth and justice. And that's where I landed. And I think that's frankly where most of the world has landed. And it's also, incidentally, but not trivially, it's where a large part of the young Jewish population has landed.
Yes.
If you go to the demonstrations now, the ones that have garnered the headlines, say the one in Grand Central Station,
which I just showed earlier,
overwhelmingly Jewish. It was all organized by Jewish organizations. Young people, mostly, but not entirely. The Statue of Liberty demonstration, again, it was Jewish young people who organized the demonstration. So this idea that it's somehow polarized ethnically is belied by the facts. Now, I will wholeheartedly admit that when I first started out, we were a handful of people, Jews, who opposed what Israel was doing. But the spectrum has radically changed in recent years.
Okay, I think that's enough. I think the point has been made. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I believe that right-thinking Jews who are not Zionists, okay, who are not influenced by Zionism, who are not influenced by the lies of Israel, of this illegal entity called Israel, of this by this settler colonialist mindset. I think those Jews, those people, are are much more sensible in their human rationality, in their human emotions, and I believe that they will come to the same conclusion as would um, any human being who has a sense of mercy, or who have a sense of wanting justice and peace for the world, which is basically that Israel is a terrorist state, and that Israel does not have the right to exist, and that Israel, as long as they exist, they are a danger to the world, and Israel must and should be dismantled. Okay, as in the words of my mentor Al Mahum Ismail Faruqi, by force if necessary. Okay, so yeah, so that is my position. The position of my position with regards to Israel is the same as that of my mentor, the late or Al Marhum Dr. Ismail Al Faruqi, who clearly said that Israel, as is in its current form, cannot and should not be allowed to exist. Okay, and that they and the people of Israel, if they want to remain in peace and security, then they should dismantle, and they should allow a Palestinian state to be formed, to be to exist, and the peoples of this illegal settler colonist mentality state um, must be uh, deconstructed. Okay, they must be de-Zionized, and then of course the lands that these people took from Palestinians, by the way, 5 million refugees, okay, from the Nakba, from the 1948 Nakba, must of course be returned to them. However, the former Israelis who have de-Zionized, they will be allowed to resettle in any part of Palestine, and not just in Palestine, but in any part of the Muslim world. Okay, freely and in peace and security, just as uh, as how the Muslims of the Ottomans and of the Al Andalus have taken in world Jewry in. Okay, in fact, the golden age of world Jewry uh, was actually during the time of Al Andalus. Okay, where many Jewish rabbis lived during this time period. For example, Maimonides. Okay, Rambam. Okay, the Jews call him Rambam, his nickname, but his real name is Maimonides. Okay, and as well as many other Jewish rabbis whom Jews today still respect and love. Okay, they are I would say it's analogous to our own ulama. Okay, for the Muslims. Okay, so yeah, I have no problems with Jews, especially if they de-Zionize themselves, if they disavow any ties to this illegal entity called Israel, and if this settler colonialist illegal state is dismantled and its inhabitants return to Europe, to where they came from. Okay, for those who wish to remain in the new state called Palestine, they are allowed to do so. Okay, provided that it is their own land. Okay, if they have taken land from the previous inhabitants, obviously they must return it, because those lands belong to the 5 million refugees who were chased out of the country during the Nakba, 1948 Nakba. So repatriations must, of course, be given back, must be implemented, okay, for those refugees, because they have suffered for 75 years. It won't be fair on them if no repatriations, no recompensations are made for these for these refugees. Okay, 5 million refugees since 1948, right? So yes, I of course reaffirm the right of return for all Palestinian refugees from 1948. Okay, I denounce and deny the right of Israel to exist. I want the state of this illegal entity called Israel to be dismantled. I want a free and democratic and sovereign state of Palestine to exist from the river to the sea. Okay, and any remaining former Israeli who remains on the land, they can still remain on the land provided the land is theirs. And if it's not, then they must pay the compensation. There must be repatriations. But after the repatriations have been done, the compensations have been given out, then they are allowed to resettle in any part of this free and democratic and sovereign state of Palestine, anywhere, without any further punishment or any further distress coming to these former Israelis. Okay, because they will now be considered to be citizens of Palestine, equal citizens, Jewish citizens of Palestine. Okay, so I don't accept the idea of Israel to exist. Okay, I deny and denounce the right of Israel to exist. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, so I have no problems with Israelis, with Jewish citizens of Palestine to remain in any part of Palestine, whether it's in Ascalon, whether it is in Haifa, whether it is in Jaffa, whether it's in Hebron, whether it's in Al Halil. Hebron and Al Halil is the same city, right? Al Halil, or whether it's in Tulkarem, or whether it is in Jabalia, whether it is in Gaza, whether it is in the cities, the towns in 1948 Palestine. Any Jew can remain there as long as they are de-Zionized and they disavow any relationship to Israel. Okay, say that simple. That's my position. Okay, and this is the position, as I mentioned before, this is the position of my mentor Al Mahum Ismail Faruqi, and I actually encourage you to read his work. Okay, the title of his work is Islam and the Problem of Israel. It was written in 1980, but mashallah, the depth and the scope of the work that he had written is amazing, and it's still relevant even until today. All right, so imagine that. Okay, wow, I think I've talked a lot on Israel and Palestine today. Wasn't really my intention to do so, because I actually wanted to wrap this up a bit shorter, but hey, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay, let me see. Let me see if I can. MENJ, look at the number of likes. Yeah, I just checked it out. It seems that I have 16 likes. So that's great. Okay, that's good. That's very good. It's very encouraging. All right. It says there's 12.5k likes. No, I only saw 16. I don't know. Where do you get a 2.5k? Okay, that's weird. Okay, but I don't know. It could be a glitch. But anyways, I guess the more likes, the better, isn't it? Yeah. So it's all right. Okay. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to wrap this up now. Really sorry I can't bring anyone on, because if I did, then the whole show would drag on for at least another 2 hours. uh, uh, wow. Okay. It says 2.5k on my screen. I know it's a glitch. Maybe it's only appearing on your screen, Aki. So I think it's a glitch. Okay. But for me, it's appearing as 16. So I don't know. Maybe it only appears on your screen. I wish I could bring you on, by the way, but like I said, I have some things going on at the moment. So this is the best. This is the length of time, unfortunately, that I can be with you all. I do appreciate those of you who have come online, come onto the stream, sorry, to watch me babble all the way for 1 hour and 14 minutes. Wow. Okay, it's going to be 1 hour and 15 minutes soon. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, since I'm not going to be running the Q&A. Okay, so I won't be able to bring anyone on. So anyways, I guess that kinds of wraps it up all. I do appreciate your coming here, and the stream has been receiving several viewers, ranging from 3 people to, at one point it was 7, and then it dropped to 5, and then it went back to 3, and then at one point it went back to 0, and then went back up again to 4. Okay, but that's great. Anyway, thank you very much for joining this live stream. I guess not a Q&A. Okay, like I said, I have some things going on, so I need to get things set up. Hopefully, in the next Q&A session, we should be next month, right? In 2 weeks' time. I've said it for every 2 weeks. I think I will do the live Q&A then, right? So again, I apologize for not being able to bring anyone on because of certain extenuating circumstance, but I do appreciate your presence here. Thank you very much for coming onto the live stream. I hope to see you again in a future live stream. Oh, I think I forgot to play this. Okay. Anyway, yes, please do like, share, and subscribe this video. If you would like to support my channel, please do join the channel as a TMA member, which you can subscribe, or you can be a paid member by coming onto this URL, which is right now scrolling under your screen. And with that, thank you very much for watching this live stream. Hope to see you again in a future live stream, inshallah. I think I have a feeling that we'll be talking about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict again in the next 2 weeks. I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. I really hope that by the time that the next live stream comes along, the conflict would have ended. But I have a feeling that it won't, at least not so soon. Yeah, we live in very disturbing times where genocide is acceptable and considered to be normal by some people. But hey, that's how it is at the moment. And yes, so free Palestine. And remember, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.